Well, will failure to secure the Mexican border end up costing Biden big time? This is the big question. We're seeing it starting to reflect in the poll among many of his other sins. But looking at this Reuters poll right here, it's just from last weekend. It's beginning to show a red wave covering America. Ooh, I hope it stays that way. Look at it. You love to see it. Most recently, a Texan town declared a state of emergency when their population, all of a sudden, close to half its population, just surged across the border. There was a Reuters headline in May saying that border crossings had maxed out to 10,000 a day. We're really talking about a genuine influx that are just, look at them, helping themselves over the border unhindered. But I want to bring your attention to this 2015 grab. Here is a much younger Biden, and he's talking about how wonderful mass immigration is, how there's going to be this relentless stream of immigration. And pay attention to the man who's sitting to his left, your right, because that man in this grab is the man currently responsible for securing the border. Here he is.
An unrelenting stream of immigration. Non-stop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America from then and on will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
And I'm going to make it happen as soon as I'm president, just letting everyone forge over the border. Of course, US has to subsume all these illegal aliens. They need roofs over their head. They need jobs. Who's paying for this? Just like we're seeing happen in the UK, the US people are having to pay for this with their taxpayer dollars. But interestingly, and last point on this, Mexico recently celebrated essentially their Independence Day. And guess who was at their march? The People's Liberation Army of China. Also, Russia joined in. The president fell under some, shall we say, less than pleased feedback from this, but he didn't care. He forged on, defended it, said, oh, look, anyone's welcome to participate. I just find it extremely interesting that while Mexicans and others are flooding across that border into the States, Mexico is getting extremely cozy with China and Russia.
It's convenient, isn't it?
It's very convenient.
And what would you expect? I mean, it's the same as we see here with China going around basically buying up Pacific islands by giving them these loans that we'll never come asking for that money back. We know you're going to come knocking for it at some point.
Exactly.
China moves closer and closer without actually having to wage any kind of war. And by the time the war comes, they will literally be on top of us. We won't even know it's happened. They will be right on top of us. I just do hope that this is one thing that can bring Biden down. If it's not the fact he's not compos mentis, hopefully this can do it.
Well, speaking of that, you know, the grab you played of Biden in 2015, it does raise the question, what's deteriorated more since 2015? Joe Biden or the American border?
Oh, the things we yearn for, hey?